What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here. Welcome to the distance derby today being played between the Wellington Phoenix and the Perth Glory. And I must say, my Phoenix team is doing a hell of a lot better than the Phoenix in real life. Monday night, they picked up their fourth loss on the trot. It's possibly one of the worst starts to the season we have ever seen for the Phoenix. And this is a team that basically the goal was to finish top two this season. With the additions, obviously, of Guy Finkler and Costa Barbarosis, we were looking as though we were going to be a good side. But things just aren't quite linking up at the moment. A lot of people saying that Ernie Merrick is in for the sack very shortly. So it will be interesting to see how things do progress out there. But without any further ado, let's keep going with our Phoenix. As I said, they're doing well. That is a disgusting tackle. I don't know who that is on. Reece Williams against Finkler. That is absolutely... It was just disgusting, Reece. That is a terrible tackle. You are lucky to still be on the field, son. But... Ooh. Referee, give him another yellow card. I was going to say, I was trying to change my player, get a left-footed player over the ball here, but for some reason it... There we go. I was going to say, just is not letting me, but I was going to say, I don't think I have any good left-footed players that can take free kicks. So we're just going to have to try this one with Finkler and try and bend it in to, I guess, that near post. But free kicks is something that never really have been a specialty for me in FIFA 17, and there's a fine example just really of how bad I am at them. So hopefully we can carry on and try and get a goal from open play rather than a free kick, because we do just seem to struggle a little bit. But anyway, back to this Phoenix side. As I said, they are doing very well in the A-League season so far. Today, round 5, we've played 4 games, and we are currently unbeaten. So I believe we have had 2 wins and 2 draws to date so far. So we're looking to carry on. We are 2 points behind Melbourne City at the moment. So they really are, I guess, the benchmark, not only in this, but probably in the Hyundai A-League of real. They are probably the team, the team that is picked to win it. However, Sydney FC are doing pretty well. The Phoenix have lost 4 in a row. Sydney FC have won 4 in a row. So I believe that is their best start to a season of all time. I believe it may potentially be an A-League record as well for the best start to a season. Lucky to not get away. Lucky to get away with no free kick there. And we just need to go and keep spreading the ball. I think part of my problem... And I don't know what it is. Sometimes I have really, really good games. Like, for example, the 2 wins that I've had have been 3-0 and 3-1. And then the draws that we've played out, obviously, you guys saw the 0-0 draw, I think, against the Jets in the first game. And then we had a 0-0 draw, I think, against Adelaide. We played Adelaide last game. I can't quite remember who it was against. We had a 0-0 draw. Potentially... Brisbane comes to mind. That's a good save there by Glenn Moss to keep the score at 0-0. But one thing I guess that has happened that is better for the Phoenix is our defence. We have only conceded the 1 goal in our first 4 games. So we're looking to keep that good defensive record intact as we head here away on the counter-attack. And this combination for me has been so lethal. The finish from Barbarosis left a lot to be imagined. But that Krishna to Barbarosis combination has been very, very effective to date so far this season. I'm even potentially thinking, and this is something that the Phoenix could actually do, is instead of going for the 4-3-3, potentially mix it up, play with 2 strikers, play with Krishna and Barbarosis up front together. Potentially that is something that I'm going to look at doing, and something that the Phoenix could look at doing as well. As I said, just for something a bit different. They did score their first goal on Monday evening against a victory. However, that wasn't a 6-1 loss. So, the defence obviously needs to change as well. How much of that can you fold on Glenn Moss? It is a hard story. Whenever a goalkeeper concedes 6 in a game or concedes heaps in a game, he is going to be the one that gets the blame. But, I mean, the 4 players that are in front of him, the back 4, how did they play? You have to take that into account as well. That was a juicy turn from Rodriguez, but a good save by Liam Reddy, and we just can't quite put that one away. So the scores do stay locked at 0-0. But you would have to say that the Phoenix have had much of the better of this first half, and that stat up there shows that perfectly. 7 shots to 1. That 1 shot from Perth was very, very close. That Andy Keogh header very early on in this first half, but there is a nice wee turn from Krishna. Gets taken down inside the box, but not a penalty, says the referee. And we will just continue, head into halftime. If we can get in, well, I was going to say, if we can get a late goal, would be absolutely perfect. That's what really kicked things off last game for us against Adelaide. McGlinchey got a goal in the 45th minute, and then we just ran away with it in the second half, scoring 2 unanswered goals. But you'd have to say, a pretty good first half by the Phoenix. Obviously, those 7 shots that we have had, 7 shots, 4 on target, and we're winning the possession battle as well, which is something that doesn't happen very often in FIFA when you are playing against the AI. So hopefully, we are not due for another dull 0-0 draw here. Hopefully, we can manage to go and try and pick up a goal here or there. Just because, you know, we don't want draws. Draws are boring. We want a win. We want this Phoenix side to keep going. You know, and keep growing, I guess you would say. It is hard because there does seem to be, a lot of the times when I play, it is quite strange. I do seem to play better away from home. I don't know if that's because, you know, possibly the home side, their tactics are to go a little bit more attacking, and it does leave some space at the back potentially. But I don't know, when I come to home, I just seem to freeze up and can't seem to score goals. I think the 2 draws that we have had have both been, no, the first draw against the Jets was at Newcastle. Offside. Yep. Just took a wee while to register it there. But the draws that we have had, that one away from home, and then I think, I can't remember who that was against, that draw, for the life of me. I have a funny feeling Brisbane, possibly. But then I think we did beat Brisbane 3-1, so I can't remember who else we played. But again, I'm not sure if it's, you know, the same as the Phoenix, if they are, you know, struggling for goal-scoring opportunities. We're not struggling for goal-scoring opportunities, but this is a major injury. This is Finkler, who has gone down, so that is not really what we want to see. We do have plenty of options though. I'm going to put Bolavasia up there and bring Vinny Lear on, a slightly more defensive player, but we could have moved McGlinchey into that cam role and moved Parkhouse onto the left wing, because Parkhouse is a guy that in this game he just seems to do very, very well for me. So potentially next week that is something, next episode that we'll go with, depending on how severe that Finkler injury is. We will have to wait and see till after the game. Hopefully not too bad, because he is a guy who is obviously very, very crucial to this Phoenix side. So it will be interesting, as I said, to see what does happen. And that's just poor from Durante, just caught napping on the ball, and has been dispossessed quite easily in a good attacking area as well. So that will be a bit of a disappointment. But, I mean, here, like, where are the attacking players? Roy Krishna, where are you, son? You're playing as the solo striker, and you've got the ball in the midfield. We need you getting forward. That is your role. That is your role, to get forward and try and bang us in some goals, just like Bolavasia has done there. But another good save from Liam Reddy. He's been good today. He has produced 3 or 4 really, really good saves to keep the Glory in this game. But it might not, oh my God, I was going to say it might not be the case now. But again, another one. That save, as I said, about number 4 that he has made. We could have easily had, 3 or 4 goals in this game. But it has just been the Liam Reddy show, you would have to say. Former Phoenix player, I think he played for the Phoenix once upon a time. He has played for most teams. Same as Danny Vukovic, the Sydney FC keeper. He's played for the Phoenix. I may be potentially getting those 2 mixed up. But we just need to be careful here that we don't go on to concede, because we want to keep that unbeaten run going to 5 games. And to be perfectly honest, I don't think we deserve to lose this game. I think we have been really on top the entire game. We've been dominant, and that's just a poor, poor pass from Bolavasia. Into the second half, I don't think we've got Barbarosis involved enough. He has been pretty much dormant, you would have to say, on that right wing side. Most of it that we have been doing has, well, we haven't even really had too many attacking opportunities in this half. I was going to say, most of them probably straight down the middle through Bolavasia and Roy Krishna. But we are going to see another sub here for Perth, bringing on Target, who I believe is a Australian international for, I believe, the Johnny Walker medalist last season, Diego. Is it Diego? No, it can't be. No, Diego Castro. What am I saying? Diego Costa. And just like that, we see Andy Keogh scoring a goal. And that is just, it is what happens. We've switched off. We went to, sorry, Roston Griffiths, not even Andy Keogh. We switched off. We've had so many opportunities. We've had 4 or 5 really good chances that we just haven't been able to put past Liam Reddy. And they potentially are going to come back and haunt us now, as we do have only 5 minutes left to go. So we're going to switch this up to ultra attacking, get some players forward, and hopefully that will mean that we can somehow manage to scrape together a a last gasp goal, you would have to say. That offside is definitely going to help us just to get it forward, get the ball, and move forward. But as we can see, Perth, they have now set up very defensively. It's almost like they're playing a back 6, you would have to say. And we just can't seem to get anything going. So we're looking as though we are going to be heading towards our first loss of the season. You'd have to say that this probably is going to be the last attack of the game. So unless we can make something happen here, which the ball was through, but again, much like most of this game, the finishing product has just not been there for the Phoenix. They pick up, we pick up our first loss of the season, going down 1-0 in the distance derby to Perth. They'll be happy coming all the way to Wellington and leaving with 3 points. You can't ask for too much more of an effort than that. But the Phoenix, they'll be heading back to the drawing board. First loss in 5 games. It's not the worst start to the season. It will keep us, hopefully, inside the top 2, and we'll have to find out the extent of that Finkler injury as we get out of the game. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap things up here. Do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to leave a like. If you are new, please do subscribe. Make sure you check out my Facebook and Twitter links. That can be found down below in the description. Again, I am still without an outro, so if anyone does have anything, please let me know down in the comments. It would be cool to finish the videos off with something nice. But until next time, we'll see you later.